You know, Caitlin Clark has been called a lot of things since she just exploded onto the scene. But all these nicknames, they're way more than just fun labels. Honestly, each one is like its own chapter in her story, telling you something different about her game, her personality, and her absolutely unbelievable impact.
And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. Her nicknames show how everybody, we're talking fans, the media, even other players, is trying to get a handle on her massive impact. Like as it's happening, they're all building her legend together in real time.
So that's the big question, right? How do these names actually tell her story? Well, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna peel back the layers of her public persona just by looking at the names she's been given. From the official league stuff all the way to the internet's most creative memes. All right, let's start with the most formal nicknames. You know, the ones given by the league and its legends. These are the names that really cement her role, not just as another player, but as a total bona fide superstar.
First up, we've got Captain Clark. I mean, it sounds like it's straight out of a comic book, and honestly for good reason. Getting voted an all-star captain as a rookie, that's a huge vote of confidence, and the name just perfectly captures that authority she has on the court.
But you know, her impact goes way beyond just leadership on the court, which brings us to this next one, the Needle. And this name wasn't just made up by a fan, it was coined by WNBA legend Chiney Ogwumike with this simple, really powerful idea. Caitlin Clark doesn't just move the needle, she is the needle.
And that's the thing. This name isn't really about her logo threes or her incredible assists. It's about pure economic and cultural power. It's recognizing her as this force that's completely changing the business and the visibility of the entire league. It's about power.
Okay, so beyond those official titles, there's this whole other universe of nicknames that are just born from fan culture. These are the ones that really show her connection to the internet, to pop culture, and they're created by the people watching her every move.
And one of her most popular fan-created nicknames? Well, it all started with a super simple, everyday moment. That's right, Caitlin Clark Kent. It's brilliant. After she wore glasses to a media day, the internet just instantly made the connection to Superman's alter ego. It's a nickname that just perfectly gets that dual persona she has, kind of quiet and unassuming off the court, but an undeniable superhuman once the game actually starts.
Now this next one is a classic. Another legendary name didn't come from the media or from fans, but almost totally by accident, from Clark herself.
So the story goes, she called into the Pacers post-game radio show and used that as her name, as a pseudonym. It's not just hilarious, it's so perfectly on brand for a player who's famous for her deep threes. I mean, she literally is Caitlin from downtown.
Okay, so we've heard from the league, we've heard from the fans, but what about the people who are actually on the court with her? This section, this is kind of the insider's take, focusing on names given by fellow players, and that's a sign of the deepest respect you can get. And what's really fascinating is you can see this evolution. See, in college, she was part of The Law Firm with her teammate Monica Ciziano, a name that was all about their incredible on-court chemistry. But now, as a pro, her peers have given her a name that shows this massive league-wide influence.
And that name is the President. It actually started on a Twitch stream where her peers were jokingly giving her the title, but it points to something much deeper. It shows that other players see her as this central, authoritative figure whose presence just changes everything. Like, she's the one with the ultimate pull.
So when you put all these names together, what you start to see is a complete picture of a modern legend being built, literally one nickname at a time.
I mean, when you lay it all out like this, you really see the layers, don't you? You've got the official stamps that confirm her status, the fan-made icons that connect her to the culture, the peer-approved titles that signal that deep, deep respect. And then there are dozens of others, right? The maestro, point goddess, all trying to capture the sheer magic of her game.
Every one of these names is like a snapshot in time, a little marker in her incredible journey. But here's the thing, that journey is so far from over. Her story is still being written, which means her list of names, yeah, it's only gonna keep growing. And really, that just leaves us with one final, fascinating question to think about. As she keeps breaking records and changing the game, what new names is she gonna earn? What will they call her next?
Generate by AI.